Connections. It's our holiday show, and I know many of you will probably be watching this show as we go into the new year. So we're going to talk about the holiday activities that are coming up, and then a little bit of what's coming up in the new year, because by the time we come back to you, it'll be 2020, and we'll be back in the studio until January the 8th. But we want you to enjoy what's going on now, look ahead on what's going to be happening for the new year, and then know you'll want to get back with us on right after January the 8th of everything that's going on throughout the communities, as we've been pleased to bring you throughout this past year. So my first guest coming up on December the 22nd is the first night of Hanukkah. And joining me is Rabbi Julie Kozlow, who is here from Temple Bris Shalom. And welcome, Rabbi Julie.
Thank you so much, Bernie. It's so nice to be here with you.
It's good to have you. And we brought from our office, because we celebrate the holidays and the seasons and the diversity of our business community and our community at large. We have our menorah, so I brought it to share with you today. We have, the candles are there. We have not lit any candles yet. Those are from last year. We do, celebrate by lighting the candle, but many people are familiar with Hanukkah, and it's happening kind of falling over the Christmas time this year, which is unique in itself. A lot of people are hearing more about it, let's say. Sure. So let's talk about what Hanukkah is and the symbolism of the menorah and lighting of candles.
Sure.
So welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Hanukkah is a wonderful story that took place about in 166 BCE, so 2,000 some years ago. And it's the story of what life was happening for my people, the Jewish people in Israel at the time. The Greek Assyrians were the rulers. They were in charge. And King Antiochus was getting a little tired of diversity, let's say. And so he started to say that we couldn't observe our rituals, which make us uniquely Jewish. He took away our right to observe the Sabbath, which is such a central part of Judaism. He said, no, I don't want you circumcising your boys anymore, which is also a very central symbolic ritual for the Jewish people. And you can't keep kosher anymore. So slowly, he started taking our rights away. And it's really the story about how within our own people, we started to say, what do we do? Do we fight for our rights, or do we just appease the ruler? And it was a debate happening really within our people as well. And finally, Judah Maccabee, who was, a wonderful person from a wonderful family, Mattathias from the Maccabee family, he said, no, we have to fight, because if we stop observing these rituals, then it's just a matter of time that our children will not know them. And so it really shows the power of what you do in your home is the gift you give to your children, sort of like mother's milk, right? And it was a fight, and it lasted 3 years, and finally this small band of Jewish fighters, won the war. And when we went back into the temple, which had been desecrated, of course, for the 3 years of the war, we went back in to rededicate it to God, and there was no light, because it's not like today where we flip a switch. You needed a little vial of oil, and you had to set it up. There was enough light in that vial of oil to last for 1 day, and the miracle, the story goes, that it lasted for 8 days. And that's why for 8 days we light another candle. And it's also because of that oil is why we eat the greasiest foods in the world at Hanukkah. We eat latkes, which are potato pancakes, not very good for you, but they taste about as good as heaven. And we also eat something called sufganiyot, which are jelly donuts. So anything fried in oil is what you do. It's a talk about gaining weight on a holiday. We definitely do. But really for us, the miracle for us, what I like to teach, is the miracle of faith and the miracle of courage to stand up when you are a minority and you have a different belief system than the majority. It's a scary thing to take a stand for who and what you are. And so for us, it's really a holiday that reminds us of who we are and how much are we willing to give for this privileged identity of such a phenomenal and magnificent heritage as the Jewish heritage. So it asks Jews themselves how much are you willing to maintain your uniqueness? And then it asks the world around us, please allow us our destiny as well. And so
Right.
that it comes, Hanukkah and Christmas are overlapping is beautiful in a way, because they're really two very important holidays for both of us, and how wonderful if the world can use this as a sign to say, yes, we should just really overlap our belief systems instead of come up against each other with them. So that's pretty much the story of Hanukkah, and we celebrate. We eat a lot of bad foods that taste delicious. We give our kids gifts because, like our Christian friends, we live in a very affluent society. Does this really have anything to do with gifts? No. But you can talk to a lot of Christian clergy who say that Christmas also is really about other things other than gifts.
That's so true.
But we live in an affluent society, and we want to fuss over our kids, so we all make a big deal, and it's just a joyous time.
And then because Hanukkah goes over 8 nights, is something celebrated each night, or is there one more larger celebration, even though the candles are lit every night?
No. It's every night. It really is just the endurance of faith and courage as represented in the light. The rabbis argued. They said, do we start the Chanukiah, the menorah, with it all lit and then take some light away every night to show that it was 8 nights? And then the rabbis finally decided, no, you should always increase the light because joy should always be increased and not decreased. The last night is usually the most special night because, at least my memories with my children and their eyes when the whole Chanukiah, and in homes you'll have many of them, many menorahs lit, and when we have our celebration on Sunday at the temple, people will bring their family Chanukiahs and we will all light together. So there's just so much light. And the last night is always extra special. But no, this is something that happens every night. And you'll light your Chanukiah, and you'll sing some songs, and you'll eat some fattening food, and give some gifts. And that's Hanukkah.
But it's about being with family and
friends.
and
Right.
celebrating who you are and your heritage too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the key for all of us, to make sure that we're teaching our children what the real meaning of this holiday is, which is faith and courage to be different. If you happen to be different, courage to stand up and be who God has made you, and do that as a light. We say, be the light. Be the shamus. The shamus is the one that lights all the others. And so what we say to each other is, be the shamus, be the one who gives light in the world.
Well, Rabbi Julie is new to our community. She's only been here a few months, but you are the light in our community for the Jewish faith. And thank you so much for joining us and
so
sharing
much.
Hanukkah. First night is December the 22nd.
Thank you so
Good to have you. Thank you so much.
you for
Short break.
having
When we
me.
come back, more here on Community Connections.
Learning is about more than just numbers and letters. Social and Emotional Learning, or SEL, teaches kids how to handle emotions, set goals, and make good decisions. Social awareness includes the ability to understand others from diverse backgrounds and cultures. Being able to respectfully acknowledge differences helps kids manage how they relate to others. Try this. Have children make a list of all the ways they are different from others. Then make a list of all the ways they are the same. Ask kids how recognizing our differences and similarities can make it easier to work together. Parents, caregivers, and teachers can ensure that social and emotional learning is part of a child's overall health and well-being. To find out more, visit First Book at firstbook.org/SEL. First Book is a nonprofit organization providing all children with equal access to the books and resources they need to succeed.
And welcome back to Community Connections. Joining me now is Father Pierre Buisson and Liz Kennedy, both with St. Luke's Episcopal Church, and we're here to talk about Don't Spend Christmas Alone. And we know, again, this show's going to run a little bit longer. We want you to know what's out there and what the good people are doing in the community, because maybe next year this is something that you would want to put on your calendar to support and help and be involved with as a wonderful holiday and family gathering. And so welcome.
Thank you,
Good to
Marnie.
see. Now, Liz looks just like a Christmas tree angel. I mean, she's got the holly and the bows, and she's just all decked out, ready to help others have a wonderful day.
Yep, I have the spirit.
You, oh well. You have the spirit. You look like the spirit. Father Pierre has the spirit inside, too.
I hope so.
Yes, you do. Okay, let's talk about Don't Spend Christmas Alone. This is a dinner on Christmas Day.
Yes.
Christmas Day.
It's our 39th year for Don't Spend Christmas Alone. All are welcome. Anybody's welcome. This was designed for people that were alone, but if you want to bring your families, they're welcome. Anybody can come. We serve the dinner from 11 to 2 o'clock and on Christmas Day. So.
What I think is wonderful is the involvement that you have from volunteers and people to help that leave their homes on Christmas Day to come out and do good for others.
Yeah, and it's a big crowd. I don't remember the number of volunteers, but to run that Don't Spend Christmas Alone, you need a lot of people.
Right.
And it's amazing to see. We have parishioners, we have people from the community, and we have also firefighters and policemen and law enforcement that are there to not to serve our food at the church, but we also bring food for people who are not able to come. And so it's a wonderful to see all these people coming together, working together, and like you said, on Christmas Day.
Absolutely. And you're always there.
Oh, sure.
39 years. How did this get started? I know that neither one of you were here 39 years
No,
ago.
wasn't there. I heard several
but-
stories, yes. The thing that I heard was 39 years ago, the rector, the priest of the time, realized that there was a need and wanted to invite some people to come inside to have a Christmas dinner. And apparently it was successful the first year already, but nobody knew about it. And I've heard stories about the first parishioner going in the street, in the plaza, because at that time we were on Marina Street, and they were invited people to come. So 39 years later, we are still there doing it. The thing is, year after year, Christmas dinner become bigger and bigger.
Right.
And we don't have to go into the streets anymore to bring people. They come.
Right.
They come, yeah.
And let's go back to what you said a few minutes ago, and I think that was you, Liz, was that it's open to anybody, and people might think don't spend Christmas alone. It's because you have no place else to go. Maybe you don't have any family. Maybe you're homeless. That's not necessarily the case. The doors are open for everyone, like you said. If you have a family that want to come and be with others. And I think that's the heart of this, is to not be alone, but
Not
to
be alone.
have that fellowship on this Christmas day
Yes.
that's so special that we're together as people.
And how he said it has grown. Last year we served 944 meals.
Wow. Holy smokes.
Yeah, well, that includes all the homebound meals that were delivered.
Right.
But we expect to be even bigger this year. More the merrier. Anybody we can feed, it's just a joy. It's a joy to see the faces of the people eating the food and the joy in the faces of the volunteers on Christmas Day. It just gives me chills. It does.
Well, I'm thinking you have a good chef.
We have a very good chef. George Chesney, one of our parishioners, is the one who is taking care of preparing the food, and I know he's already working. Everything is under control. So yeah.
Lots of preparation for that
Lot of
many people.
preparation, yeah.
You mentioned the meals that are delivered to the homebound. You did have a cutoff date that has passed.
It has, but if somebody calls in, we're not going to tell them no.
Yeah, we will try to find a way to accommodate them. So if someone is still listening to us and watching us.
There you go.
And you are alone and you cannot come to our church, call us and we will try to find a way to bring you a meal.
Right. And you also have shuttle services.
Yes, so if you can't get a ride, we can help you out with that also. We have rides coming from Prescott Valley and Chino Valley.
Now, is this on a website, or is this information I can even take to post on our
Yes, it is.
Facebook?
You can go to www.stlukeprescott.church.
That should be also on our Facebook page.
Yeah, our Facebook page also.
Right, because whether you're in Chino Valley, Prescott, or Prescott Valley, you can pick up a shuttle at various locations and be taken to the church for dinner, and then they'll bring you back to your cars. Or
Right, with a bag of cookies in hand.
With a bag of cookies. I like that.
And they are good too.
Yeah, because all the other congregations and the community, they bring in all the pies and the cookies. It's not
The
all
best stuff.
Oh yeah,
Oh, my gosh.
We have to dedicate our meditation room, the whole room for pies.
Well, we don't know. We always say, and even as the rabbi said, the holidays are not one for losing weight.
No, it's not the best way to
The best of
try.
the sweets always come out.
Yeah.
You were telling me about another special service that you'll be having, and we wanted to share that before we run out of time here.
Yeah, because we know that during this holiday season, Christmas season, most of the people are joyful, cheerful, but when you have experienced grief or problem or depression, you are not necessarily in the mood for rejoicing. So in order to acknowledge that, and for people who want to have maybe a more quiet or somber way of celebrating Christmas, we have now a celebration called Blue Christmas. And it's going to be this coming Friday at 5:30 at St. Luke's.
So that is December
the 20th.
the 20th,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful service to precisely to have a time to think and to acknowledge our problems, grief, and losses.
Sometimes you get so busy, and many of us, and I can tell you, me personally, working in the chamber, we've been so busy and crazy holidays, and you think everybody's life is like that. And yet there are, friends and people that I know that have suffered loss, changes in life circumstances, and the holidays look a little bit different to them. And so this is a nice way to kind of pull them into the holiday season and not expect them to be joy and cheerful when they're not necessarily feeling that in their heart.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, but there's always a reason to feel joy in your heart, to be living and being with family and friends. So don't be alone.
Don't be alone.
That's a good one for you. You don't be alone. You take care of the Blue Christmas lovely service on December the 20th, and don't spend Christmas alone. Again, on Christmas dinner on December 25th.
Yep.
And I hear it's ham and potatoes and all the veggies and all the pies
cookies.
and goodies. So holy smokes, better than you get at my house, I'm just saying.
And cook with love.
Cooked with love.
Any questions? 928-778-4499.
Liz, Father Pierre, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
all. We're going to
Marty.
take a short break. It's
Merry
New
Christmas.
Year's next. And welcome back to Community Connections and our last show of 2019. And as we were saying, this show will run over New Year's, and we won't be back until probably with new content. January the 8th, I believe it is. Mark, holy smokes, that's next year, which is only right around the corner. Joining me now is Hope Hooper. She is with the Town of Prescott Valley Parks and Recreation Coordinator, and Jill of all trades. Amazing gal. But okay, so now let's put on our New Year's hats, because we're going to
Alrighty.
celebrate Prescott Valley style.
Yeah, we're continuing our New Year's Eve celebration. It takes place at the event center, the Finley Toyota Center. We do it in the parking lot because we do have a bonfire. So believe it or not,
We don't want to catch the building
Can't take
on
it
fire.
inside.
How fun, though. So this is New Year's Eve itself.
Yeah.
December 31st.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm. And so from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., we'll be at the Findlay Toyota Center with a bonfire. We'll have fire pits, s'mores, hot chocolate, games. I got a lot of noisemakers and glow sticks this year.
Oh, that's the fun part.
It's super fun. It's a great place to take the kids if you want to.
It's family friendly. That's what's nice about it.
Yeah. So, and the best part is we end at 8:30. We do a beautiful fireworks show, which there is a second one at midnight. But if you're going to.
Who's still up at midnight then?
I know, right?
I'm telling you, at this point in my life, it's like 10 o'clock. I'm celebrating with New York.
Exactly. We're originally from the East Coast, so we'll do that time. But yeah, it'll be a great time.
What time does everything start again?
7 o'clock.
Okay, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, yeah. So staff will be out there a little bit early, setting up, getting everything ready, getting your games ready, getting the fires started.
So you're going to have lighting. It'll be well illuminated because I'm thinking 7 o'clock, it's dark, which of course that's what you want when you have fireworks, which 8:30. But so lots of illumination, so it's real. You can see everything, have fun, and enjoy it all.
Exactly. The parking lot is very well lit. So
Yes.
it'll be nice. And then we have access to the power to turn off those lights when it's time for fireworks. So it'll be really pretty. It's
So
gonna
do you
be
recommend
gorgeous,
people
nice.
like maybe bring your lawn chairs or something like that if you want to sit and watch the fireworks?
Hang out next to the fire pits, next to the bonfire, enjoy yourself. It's a casual, fun, again, family-friendly event. It's free, so you can't go wrong with that.
How fun is that? You know, you can always dine in one of the local restaurants around town in Prescott Valley, and we've
Yeah.
got several wonderful places you can eat, and then wander over at 7 o'clock and then have a fun evening celebrating the new year.
Exactly, it's perfect. And then if you still are up and about after that for some reason, you could go do your boot drop or whatever else you're going to do. But this is the perfect opportunity for the families, for people that just want to have a nice, calm, quiet start to their new year, new decade. So
It's a new
big one.
decade.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, 2020.
Yeah.
It's also, we just want to remind everybody, it's also Census Year. One of our first guests next year
That's true.
on the show will be talking about the census and the importance of being counted.
Right.
But now, okay, we're celebrating New Year's, ba-ba-da-da, and then we all take a break and watch the Rose Parade because being a Cali girl, I'm a Rose Parade, grew up with it. Always wanted to be a Rose Queen. But anyway.
We should start a Rose Parade here.
I think we
and then
should.
I think I know who our first nominee
Our
should be.
senior Rose Queen. Anyway, no, and then again, now Saturday, it's a tradition in Prescott Valley, the Polar Bear Splash.
That's right.
Yes.
We're doing it again.
Are you gonna
We're
go in?
crazy. We're doing it again. No, I'm not. I did it one year and it was cold.
It is
was
cold.
really cold.
It's supposed to be
you
cold
have
that
to be
week.
brave to be a bear. But, we do have a very brave bear who's been encouraging people.
So
our
who's our-
mayor.
Mayor Kell is going to
Yes.
take the polar bear plunge. Oh my gosh.
We are so excited. He's challenged the mayor from Prescott, which I haven't been keeping up with this, so I'm not sure where we're at with that. But that's
that's
a pretty big
that male
challenge.
competition thing,
Yeah. Well, and Prescott Valley, we've got a friendly little
Rivalry, yeah.
rivalry. Nothing bad, but a friendly rivalry. So. I mean,
Leave it to the guys. Those
I would
girls that
say-
go, you want to go in the pool? No. I'll have a hot chocolate.
take a hot chocolate.
Yeah, I'll stand there with a towel.
Right. Well, and
I heard the police chief might be doing it. So
yeah.
this is a free
Lots of
event.
brave
The
souls.
town of Prescott Valley puts on every year. Kicks off the new year. It's the first Saturday in January. This year it's January the 4th, and it's just fun. And it's from 10 to 12.
Yep.
At the pool.
Yep, free breakfast.
Free?
Provided by IHOP this year, so big thank you to them for helping us out.
Thank you, IHOP.
And it is limited, so make sure you get there early if you want
Oh,
breakfast.
I didn't get pancakes last year.
We sell out. Yeah,
Be
they
late.
go.
Be early.
Sell out. They're free, but
I was there at like 10:45. Too late. You got to
Yeah.
get there 10 o'clock for
you really,
pancakes.
You really do. And then we start games shortly after the start of the event. So we have, if you don't get pancakes, you can do the donut eating contest or the ice cream eating contest and still have some breakfast. We'll call ice cream breakfast, right?
So everything is rather frozen themed.
Yes.
So
we
cold themed.
we like to keep it on theme for our events.
Right. Oh, tell us about the one contest that's so much fun that your MC Jean Lip always has a great time with.
Yes.
That it is the best bragging rights you can get in Prescott Valley is being the Ice Princess. Let's talk about
true.
that.
Well, and so, gentlemen, get ready to show off for the Ice Princess contest. We do require you to take your shirt off because it's a hairiest man contest. And we have the best judge ever, Jean Lupa. She has continued to volunteer with us even after retiring, which we are just so ecstatic about. Because
Nobody can do it besides Jean.
No one compares to Jean.
But
I think we all
guys
know
get
that.
into it. They love the fact that they have bragging rights. I've had gentlemen in tutus that come in, and
Oh, yeah.
I said tutus, not tattoos. It's tutus. It's really truly tutus. They come in. They just have so much fun with being a part of this crazy celebration we call Polar Bear Splash.
Well,
It's wonderful.
and we strongly encourage the goofy outfit. You know, those are the guys that win. And when you have that little extra, maybe you're not quite as hairy, but if you're getting that extra attention, you get the crowd cheers. That's how you're going to win. So if maybe you're not the hairiest, step up your game and
Have the most attitude.
Right.
Have the hairiest attitude.
Dye your hair blue or something. I don't know. Have fun with it.
It's a great day and a
It
lot
really
of fun.
is.
The activities are for adults and for kids.
Yeah.
So, there's 2 categories.
Unless you're doing the plunge, you do have to be 18 or older.
Oh, and that's the last thing is the plunge.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the piece de resistance, the icing on the cake, the ice cream in the freezer.
Definitely
But
the ice cream.
Come on out. It's a lot of fun.
It's
It's
super
free. The community, Prescott Valley Parks and Recreation, every year you put on such a wonderful event. Our Brady at the Chamber, he 2 years ago, he competed in the ice cream eating contest. He actually won it, but if you know Brady, you would understand why. And that we've banned him from future competitions because we know that he has that spirit of competition and he can eat anything. So anyway, come on out. It's open to everybody and free. And this is Saturday, January the 4th, 2020, coming up, right?
Yep, that's correct. 10
Thanks.
a.m. to noon.
Thanks, Hope. Thanks for all of us. We wish you a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, joyous holidays, Happy Hanukkah, prosperous New Year. We'll be back in 2020.